Hey guys. Okay. Just waiting for maybe a couple people to hop on. This is Tuesday. I know I'm supposed to be on at 12 o'clock, but had so many fires to put out for some of our newer like virtual assistants clients. So here I am. I wanted just to come on here and chat about some things that happened last week in the Cleaning Academy. So I see there's a face in here. You guys go ahead, say hi, introduce yourself. Let me know where you guys are listening from. And then you guys can also start dropping in questions because I'm going to be in here real short. I have a training to do and with the gold members this evening. So I wanted to come and talk about like this past week. Okay. So, for those that don't know, I have a cleaning academy, a CEO cleaning academy where I teach all the things of all the things cleaning. Okay. And I'm really excited because for the month of September, I had been focusing on partnering with other individuals and other areas within the cleaning business, right? Because I think sometimes we think of just the cleaning industry, and the most things I will think about is and commercial and residential, right? I'm in the residential space. I love the residential space. But now all this training, I'm definitely going to be testing the waters in these other industries. But this last week, we had trainings in Airbnb cleaning and government contract cleaning. Okay. And then partial of student turnover. Student turnover is still to come. But we had different partners from these different arenas in the cleaning industry to come teach us about these other areas. So that way, we can broaden our footprint within the cleaning. Because for those that don't know, like the cleaning business, like this is a multi-million dollar business and they're only expecting more growth. Okay. So I know that phrase, recession proof, but essentially it is. Okay. Like they're expecting more growth during this recession that we are pre in or all the way in. I don't know. I'm not a financial expert. Okay. But what I do know is that they are projecting like so much growth within the next couple of years. So I brought on these partner trainers that's like they're experts in their arena of cleaning. Okay. And one of them came, Tamara came and taught us about government contract. Now, I thought that government contract only was like for big deals and like, government type of things. But she came and taught us, you guys, about government contracts for cleaning for both like residential, like you can get a government contract for residential and also commercial. It's ridiculous. The following day after she came and did our training, she sent me a link, and I wish I would have had a screenshot. I'm gonna come back. Let me make a note of that because y'all know I'd be forgetting. I'm gonna come back and post a link, the live link that she sent. She sent me a contract, you guys, of a $5.5 million cleaning contract for residential. And it's not, it was over a span of 5 years. I think they had like 3 years left, and it already paid out $2.2 million for this particular contract. The contract is not even done yet. I'm like, could you imagine us getting just one contract? Like, I would just need that one contract. I mean, boom, I'm already a millionaire. Like, I would just need that one contract and I am done. So she came and did some teaching and taught us about how to get government contracts and like, how to set your business up. And it was really cool because all of like the prerequisites that she talked about of how to make sure your company is straight and in ready to get government contracts, it's kind of just essentially the same thing that I talk about here on YouTube, that I talk about in the group, that I talk about on Facebook, about making sure that your foundation is right. So she was like, once you have that foundation right, then you can start positioning yourself to apply for government contracts. So she was giving us the different sites like sam.gov. Like that's the one that sticks out the most. I think that's the most common one. But I mean, she gave us like a list of like 5 other sites for us to go look at, go look for these government contracts, right? And you want to think that, oh, who am I? I'm just one small little tiny cleaning company. Like, how am I going to compare to these big cleaning companies out here? But that's the best thing about trying to get the contract is that because these are government contracts, they have to set aside a certain amount of bids for us to win that are minority owned, that are women owned, that are um, I mean, all the all those, you guys know that, you know, those little boxes where you check, right? All those things, right? So if you're a woman owned business, look, come through, okay? If you're a minority owned business, like they have to set a certain aside amount of bids for us to be able to win. So don't feel like it's going to be against you. Like think of this being like this is a bonus, like this is a leg up, right? Like we always want a leg up, like this is the leg up where the government have to set aside a certain amount of bids for us to be able to apply for. And then there's ways that you can get your business certified. I mean, there's so many different like little tricks to help put your business in position to get approved for these government contracts. And then the best part about it, I mean, I was asking, I'm like, okay, so once we get these government contracts, like can I still run this the same way I run my company? Because I don't do the cleaning. Can I still find contractors to go do the job? And she was like, of course. I mean, like, she was like, you can even go as far as actually subcontracting a whole cleaning company to be able to do it versus, you know, how, you know, with my cleaning company, I just contract cleaners, either teams like, you know, mom and daughters duo teams or solo cleaners. So I contract with them, but she's like, you can even just go and contract like a whole company. Like, so like my company, like if somebody was to approach me, I'm like, hey y'all, let me speak that into the atmosphere. Okay. So if somebody was to contact me, they're like, how many cleaners do you have on your team? I have 8, we're currently hiring. I can hire more, right? And they're like, okay, awesome. We have this contract with the government. And of course, I'm pretty sure they're not going to tell us the whole amount, but they're like, we will give you $100,000 a year to be able to service this and that and this. And then you would have to provide all the people, provide check-in and all the things of all the things, right? So she was like, you can even just subcontract the whole company to go out there and do the job for you. So I'm like, dope, right? And you know, it just makes you think that how many different arenas that you guys can get in for cleaning. So let me know. I see there's a couple people out there. Let me know. Have you guys ever even heard of government contracts for cleaning companies? Now, I know that she was saying that, you know, you can do it for like Air Force bases, but like there's a lot of government buildings in here, right? And then don't just think of big federal government. There are local government, state government, and federal. So there's 3 different arenas within the government area that you can try to get contracts from. Okay. So think about state schools. Okay. Think about the school district. Like those are state funded. I don't want to say programs, but those are state funded. So you get what I'm trying to say, right? So there's a lot of different areas where you can try to find government contracts. And the best part about like, don't go for like the big giant ones. Go for those low hanging fruits, those overlooked ones, those underrated ones where like the big companies are not going for, because those are the ones that people are actually trying to get filled. So she had sent me another contract, and it was for like it was like for this housing development in Florida. Now, y'all know I'm in Dallas, okay? So it was like a housing development in Florida. It was a 7-year contract. And then I had the opportunity like to put in my bid, like how much I want for this contract. And it was like a whole apartment unit of like, I don't know, over 100 units in this apartment, right? And basically we would be doing like the move out cleanings for this government funded apartment complex. Um, and I think there was like your bid can be no more than, I don't know, I think it was like 270 or 280. So your bid cannot go over $280,000, right? But that's a year. That's what it would be per year. And then the contract was 7 years. So it just really helped me to like think even bigger about the cleaning industry. Like I don't have to just have a regular residential cleaning company, but I could make some really major moves and get into some more commas with this cleaning industry. Somebody said I'm a newbie thinking about starting a cleaning business. Please do it. It's the best time to do it. And I love husband and wife duo. Me and my husband started in the beginning. He used to help me clean houses in the beginning and he hated it. He hated it, but he stuck in there with me. But definitely do it. So another training that we had, you guys. So like I said, if you guys ever heard of government contract for cleaning, like let me know because I had no idea it was like on that kind of level. Okay. So another training that we talked about was student turnover. Okay. Now this one seemed really interesting. And I love that it's not only it seemed interesting, it seemed like super, super doable. Like I could like really do this myself. Okay. The trainer that's gonna come and teach this to the members, she just finished a $36,000 contract that took her 2 weeks worth of work. That's pretty nice, right? And of course, I had to ask the big money questions. I'm like, what was the biggest contract that you've ever gotten for student turnover? She said it was 219,000 was her largest contract. So then of course I had to ask, like, what was your take home? Like how much did you actually profit from that $219,000 deal, right? And her take home was 90,000 for 2 weeks worth of work. So let me explain this to y'all. If y'all haven't heard about this, if you have heard about it, drop in the comments because then maybe you can help me explain it. Because I'm not here to actually teach you guys about this government. I'm just giving you some information, some feedback from what we've been learning in this academy, y'all, because my mind has been blown. Okay. So student turnover is during like the end of summer season and winter season. So basically when students are moving out of their college housing. And it's not necessarily like dorms, like not like a, college campus dorm, but it's more of like property management companies of apartments, right? They will partner with college campuses and they will have so many units available for college students, right? So let's say, there's TCU that's kind of near here. And if TCU partnered with an apartment complex nearby to say sublet 70, 100, 200 units for college students, then those dorms or those apartments, right, would need to get clean after those students moved out. So when they moved out during summertime and then during wintertime when graduates would graduate during the wintertime, right? That season, of course, is smaller than the summer one because everybody's leaving. Most everybody's leaving for summertime, right? So at the time is, that's when you have to go in to do the cleaning. So you start bidding on these. So you guys, it's about to be bid time and I'm about to get my list. I'm about to get my list because I live in Texas and there is colleges all over the place. Okay. So you start bidding around like late winter, early springtime. So like February, March time. You start contacting these companies and you start putting in your bid to be able to get that contract, right? And you would be able to win the contract for however many units they have. Now, if this is a really, really big unit, they'll only give you how many units they think your team can handle. But like I said, y'all just go out and hire more contractors, okay? So if you get 100 units, right, then you'll have to clean 100 units within that 2-week span, right? She said that you normally get paid by room. That's the best way to put in your contract. So each room, it would be considered a certain fee. So for example, right, this is what she said. So a 1-bedroom apartment would be considered 2 rooms. And that would be the living room and kitchen is considered 1 room. And then the bedroom is considered 1 room. So if they pay $35, y'all know, let me get this calculator, y'all. So if they pay $35 times 2 per room. So that's roughly around $70 per room, right? And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you times that by 100, that's 7,000, right? Now, how many properties can you do within that span? How many teams can you contract, right? Like I said, I'm in Texas. There's TCU, there's that Hornet School in Denton. There's a Dallas school. There's like a women's Baptist college, right? So there is so many colleges, and the best ones to go after are like those small town colleges that a lot of people are missing out on, right? So that is how you can be able to get a big deal. So she said she got that big deal by going through a big property management. I think it was like Greystar. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but Greystar, right? Most of these property management companies, they don't just own one apartment building, right? They own several different. So she was able to get the deal to work with several other buildings all at the same time, subcontract different cleaning companies near those areas, right? And pay them their amount. So when you give them the bid, when you're giving them the bid, you just don't bid for the price of the unit. You put the price of the unit plus how much you're going to pay them, right? And then any fees. So if you have to do any add-on fees, like y'all know our add-ons, oven, refrigerator, what's an oven, refrigerator, windows, right? So if you have to do any add-ons, then you do those add-ons. Now, this is the kicker, how you can get even more money and increase your bid is you then partner with painters and carpet cleaners. Painters and carpet cleaners are like the most common ones for student turnover. So if you start partnering with painting company, y'all know them students, they put in all that. Look at my wall. They put in all that crap on their wall. They probably spilling stuff all over the carpet, getting holes in the wall. So you can even partner with a handyman to come fill the holes and the painter will paint them. So that is how you'll be able to maximize that that dollar amount, right? So it was just the amount of information just really blew my mind because I had no idea like all of this could be possible in the cleaning industry. Okay. And last little one, like I said, I have a training in a couple minutes, is Airbnb cleaning. Now, everybody knows Airbnb business is starting to boom and get really big. And I tried Airbnb cleaning and I did not I fell upon this contract when I very, very first started, and this company was trying to hire me that they had 3 apartment units that had like 70 units, short-term rentals. This was like more of a corporate level, right? They had like 3 different apartment units in the Dallas area, and they had about 70 units per property. And it was cool because they were kind of close. It was like up the street, over, and they're like all within that same street, right? And they wanted us to be able to contract those, but I just thought that they were paying so cheap. Like when I heard that dollar amount, I was like, I'm not about to be doing all this work. But I didn't understand the right pay structure, or I didn't understand like how I could actually make a profit. So when we had the training for the Airbnb, and Miss Mila came and taught us about Airbnb, and she told us that she does about 1,000 cleanings a month between 3 cities that she don't have cleaning companies in: Dallas, Austin, and Houston. And she does about 1,000 jobs per month between all 3 of those companies, and does about a little over 600K. She said she's going to definitely increase that this year, 600K a year in her cleaning business, doing Airbnb cleaning. Now, she did get some warnings because it's much more stricter than just a regular cleaning, right? Y'all probably say, if you ever stayed in Airbnb, you know what you feel like when you go into the bathroom and you'll see a hair on the ground, right? Or the window has streaks in it, or the bathroom, whatever, right? So Airbnb cleaning is super, super strict. Like they don't want a thing messed up out of nothing, right? Mom. And Mom. Jace Avery. Yes, baby. I hear that I can go get we can go Okay, I don't know what you said, but go play with your Power Man suits on. Okay, mommy's on YouTube. Sorry, y'all. Okay, for y'all, that's the first time hearing Jace Avery. He does that often. Okay, so so they're really, really strict, right? Like, so if you miss anything, like you can ruin their relationship with them. So they want everything to be perfect, like not a hair out of place, not a towel misfolded. They want the laundry done. Them duvets. Oh my God. When I first tried to put one on, it took me so long to get that freaking duvet on that cover thing. So I missed that opportunity. I'm not sure if I'm going to dibble back in it, because it's very lucrative, especially here in Dallas, because downtown Dallas, there's so many short-term rentals out here, but I don't know if I could handle the strictness of it. But I love the numbers though. I love that 600K. She's going for 800K this year. in 1 year doing just air. She only specializes in Airbnb cleaning, and she doesn't do anything else. So it's been an interesting past couple of weeks in the Cleaning CEO Academy to learn all of these different cleanings. And then we're about to learn about bank cleanings. That's basically like when the bank will hire cleaning companies to go and clean foreclosure homes, and then post construction. So those are like our next two topics we're going to learn about. So have you guys, the ones that's currently on, have you guys, do any of you guys currently do anything other than commercial or residential? And if not, have you thought about doing anything other than commercial and residential? Like, have you guys heard of are you going to try? Hey, Jessica, are you going to try? Like, would you guys attempt to try getting a government contract for commercial, a government contract for cleaning, right? Like, if you had an opportunity to get a $5.5 million government contract for residential cleaning, would you do it? Or would you feel too overwhelmed? No, haven't done any government. Have you heard of it? Have you heard that you can get government contracts for cleaning? Henry, I would definitely recommend doing it. Like I said before, I'm not sure if you just hopped on or not, but the government have to set aside a certain amount of bids for minority owned and women owned and all those other little boxes that we're supposed to check for winning different bids. And yes, now that contract was massive, right? It was super massive, $5.5 million. I'm sure those are not being passed out like candy every day. But the one that she gave me the opportunity to bid on, which was a $270,000 contract to do like a whole government housing project, and not like project, like my project, not like those kind of projects, but like a project in Florida, like that was a good deal. Like that's super easy. So I'm definitely thinking about doing the student turnover and the government contract just because the money is good. Like she made $90,000 just doing 2 weeks worth of work, and she didn't do the work. Like she runs the cleaning company exactly how I do, exactly how I teach with contractors. So I'm thinking about it. Okay, guys, I have a couple more minutes. Do you guys have any questions for me tonight? How do you know who do you contact to find out where these contracts are available? So like there's different sites. So now if it's for student turnover, then the best thing is like to either look for like student housing, like Google student housing in government contract. Did you say government contract? So student housing, God, that's my train of thought. Like find out like student housing in that local area, like Google it, and then like apartment complex will come up, and then you'll find out who's the property owner of that apartment complex. Then you contact them and you start bidding on those jobs. For the government, I can't remember her list of leads, but I know sam.gov is definitely like the best, like the main one that you can go on to. I will look again. Now, these trainings, all these trainings that I'm talking about, they are recorded. They're in the course as well. So like you can, for anybody that didn't catch it live, you can always go get the replay. We had somebody that just caught the replay like this morning because he couldn't make the live. He's like, I'm working on this government contracts today because like she broke it all the way down. Like the only thing that's probably say going to take a little time is to get his business certified, because I guess if you get your business certified, then you'll have more opportunities to get more contracts. How do I get more leads? Should I door knock? If you are doing, is it for residential, Jessica, or commercial? Now, commercial, I know door knocking is not something that is abnormal, like when you're trying to get leads. But for residential, I would say Facebook groups, friends and family, Yelp, Google, and Thumbtack. Thumbtack is going to be like a fast cash flow way to be able to get leads. Google is always going to be like top, and then Yelp always going to be top as well. But Yelp will take a little bit of time because I always recommend that you start Yelp after you get like a couple of reviews. After you get a couple of reviews, totally dive deep in Yelp. Residential, Thumbtack has been slow. You know what? Somebody has been telling me that as well. I think we're going into like that mid-season where like people are in school. But don't worry because holiday season's coming up, okay? Because everybody's gonna want their house clean after Halloween. They're gonna want their house clean for the season when family comes to visit. Um, if you have over 20 reviews on Yelp, definitely do Yelp leads. Like definitely. Like after you get off this live, try Yelp. I think Yelp has it to where you can customize your like how much you want to input on Yelp now, but Yelp does like a fee per day. So like I was just setting up Yelp today for a client, and I think she decided to do like the $10 per day, and then she did like the little boost, like the little profile boost where like it'll take away competition from your website. It'll like put some other keywords on there. Oh, on Thumbtack, yes. Get more reviews. On Thumbtack, you can just give people that your little review link and get more reviews. Reviews will help a lot. And then make sure that you always respond to reviews. Now remember though, I keep jumping back and forth. I'm sorry, y'all. That $10 is $10 a day, okay? And like it sounds like, oh, okay, I could do $10, right? And it's not bad. I'm not trying to count nobody's pockets, but you know, $10 a day times 30 days, that's 300. And then if you do like any of the boosts, that you're looking about 350 a month. And that's on the low scale. So test it out, try it out. Well, yeah, if it's cheaper, what area are you in? If you don't mind me asking, like you don't have to say like exact zip code, but like what city you're in. But on Thumbtack, make sure that you are replying back to your to your reviews, no matter like how good or bad they are. Okay. Also, another trick is if you get a lead that comes in on Thumbtack, whether you actually provided them the service or not, ask for a review, because when you ask for a review, Thumbtack will take it as a job done count. And then on your profile, it will add it to how many jobs you actually had done. My thing is, I already paid for this lead. If you didn't get my service or not, I at least need this to count towards something. So I'm always going to take their name and phone number, add them to my SMS marketing list, and then I will ask them for a review, whether I provide them the service, so it can count as my job done. So like you'll see on your profile, it'll list like how many jobs you've done. That also helps with increasing your algorithm to get more leads. And what else? What else was I gonna say? And then like if they respond back, 'cause I got a couple people that respond back and they'll be like, you didn't even do the job. I'm like, oh, just rate me customer service. Just rate it on the customer service. But yeah, that's my little trick with trying to get my job count up. Okay, you're in Louisville. Are you targeting areas? Like I would definitely be making sure to target like Frisco, McKinney, Plano, Allen, South Lake, not Greenville, goodness. Grapevine. Make sure that you're actually like hyper targeting the areas that people are looking for cleaning that's willing to pay the prices that you want to be paid. Angie's leads are trying to contact me to work with them. Do you think that's a good idea? This is something that I can do myself, correct? Getting leads. So um I'm not a fan of Angie's List, but I'm never the one to actually be like, don't do something, right? I'm always gonna be like, try something. Now, if they trying to like lock you in for a contract, then I'd probably be like, I would still clear away from that for a little bit. But I've just never had any luck on Angie's List. And there's another one, Home Advisor. Home Advisor and Angie's List. I never had good luck on those two platforms. And yes, you can totally try to get leads on yourself. So first one is always going to be word of mouth, asking all your friends and family, letting them all know that, hey, you guys, I opened up a cleaning business. I would appreciate your support. And if you can't support me financially, like please let everybody know that I open up a cleaning company. Like send out an email and ask them to share it, forward it, all the things. And then Facebook groups, Facebook mom groups in the area to where you're going to be providing the service, because people love to support. the right people love to support. And then you can do Google My Business, and then you'll want to start getting into paid options. So your paid options are going to be your Yelp ads, your Google ads, or Google local service ads, and Thumbtack or Bark. Now with Google Local, they're kind of very similar to Thumbtack, like how you have to pay, but for Google Local, you do have to have insurance. Like they will ask you for proof of insurance before you apply to get that Google guarantee. Yeah, I got a goal and I'm hustling this week. Yes, do it. You know what? I'm not gonna knock nobody's grind and hustle. If you want to door knock, baby, you door knock. Okay. Now make sure you got some pepper spray in that back pocket with your finger on the trigger because people is crazy. But if you gonna door knock, door knock. I mean, there's definitely no harm to do it. Or just like suggestively door knock, just like go to the local grocery store where you're at, and just wander with some stuff in your cart, some perishables that's not gonna get like need to be cold, and just talk to people and be like, hey, how are you? Oh, isn't this is a good sale on these grapes, right? And then be like, hand them a little flyer, you know what I mean? Like do something like that to where like it's more of a warm, because sometimes I think people, as soon as people hear that door, like they just know it's a solicitor, and like they just may come off already like with their guard up. Versus in the grocery store, you just talking over some grapes, they may be more prone to be like, oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I am looking for a house cleaner. So let's see. I was wondering, how did you do it when you were told were you beginning? So like when I first started, I did Thumbtack. That was like I didn't ask anybody. I didn't do the Facebook groups. I didn't really know about the Facebook groups. I just Googled like how to get cleaning leads, and I went straight to Thumbtack. I like Googled it and did so much research and read their page on like how to set up their profile. And I just thumbtacked it like my whole first 2 years. No, I won't say 2 years. My whole first year was all Thumbtack. And then my second year, I started doing SEO. SEO was expensive. And then I did Google ads. I never did Yelp because Yelp and me are just not friends. I never paid for Yelp leads, Yelp ads, but I did Google ads. So I did Google, Facebook ads, SEO, but Thumbtack has always been Bay for me. Like we are good friends. Sometimes we fight a little, but we're good friends. Could you go a little bit more in detail on the benefits of Google My Business? So Google My Business is basically like a free website version of your website on Google, right? Because Google is the number one search engine. So you have to think, like for me, I'm a major Googler. So if I'm looking for anything, I need anything, I'm always searching X, Y, and Z near me, right? So if you are a cleaning company or you provide any kind of service, you want to be where the people are searching for you at. So that's the joy, that's the benefit of Google. So if you have your website, if you have the Google My Business and you have your profile set on there, people can actually like go onto Google and book your services, read about your services you provide. So like on my Google My Business, like I have like all the major services and add-ons. And then when they go to the book now button on Google My Business, it will take them over to the actual booking page and they'll book there. And sometimes, I mean, like it's so seamless. Like you just like they'll read it, book now, and it'll take them to the booking page to book the service on my actual website. But yeah, so that's the beauty of the Google My Business, because that's what people searching for stuff. So you do house cleaning company. Jessica's one accent. You doing house cleaning company? Oh, not Jessica. You doing house cleaning company near Dallas? My information is going to pop up, right? And then when you are setting your Google My Business, you're able to put the zip codes that you service. And then like when you set up your website, you want to like put keywords. Like I'm not an SEO person. I've done some research on SEO, but you want to put some keywords and terms and things on your website. So like, when you have your website, you be like, we offer the best deep cleaning service in Dallas, Texas. We offer the best deep cleaning services in Arlington, Texas. So that way, when people are Googling, best cleaning service in Dallas, Texas, boom, you're going to pop up, right? So that is the beauty of Google, having a Google My Business page, and it's free. Now, the Google local leads cost, but actually having a Google My Business page, that's free. You might as well have it. Okay. Any other question? No, yeah, that was definitely a good question. That was a good question. Any other questions? While I'm waiting, oh, let's see, I got one. Oh, you're welcome. What do you consider a good task? Consider a good task for a move out cleaning. So like what's included on the cleaning. So like for a move out cleaning, it's like, and then let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, so a move out cleaning is like when somebody is moving out of their home or moving out of their apartment or kicked out of whichever, right? They're just baking the property. Okay. And a deep clean is where somebody still lives there. And they just want a deep tail clean. So the actual services that's provided are kind of similar. Like you still on a deep cleaning, you're doing the baseboards, ceiling fans, window sills, door frames, all the little crevices in the door frame. You're dusting, like see this little thing right here. You're gonna dust on top of here. You're gonna dust on the TV. You're gonna like pick up things and dust under there, right? So it's just a more deep, detailed cleaning. Where with the move out cleaning, everything is gone. So you actually have more surface level to cover because like this desk isn't here, that stand isn't here, that chair isn't there. So now where in my office, like only 2.5 baseboards are visible. So I would only clean those for a deep clean. But in a move out clean, they got to cover all the baseboards, right? And then also in a move out clean, you have to clean inside of cupboards and cabinets. So any kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets, closets always seem to be the worst because like you have them shelves where like normal people won't clean. So it's like caked up dust. And sometimes a lot of people tend to miss that area. So that's the difference of having like a move out clean and a deep clean. And then what I've started doing with my move out cleans, I actually started packaging them. And also like I would package the move out clean and price it to where the fridge and oven was included, and I would put that price in there. Because I mean, they're gonna add it anyways, so I might as well package it and price it to get more money. I think I let people get over on me. Girl, are you cleaning, love, or you have people cleaning for you? Definitely don't let people get over on you, because that work is hard. Like I think that's why my cleaners love me so much because I value them so much because I know what it takes to like do the job, and I know what it takes to do 2 to 3 cleanings in a day. And it's hard work on the body. Like I used to come home aching. I mean, like aching. I had to go buy like painter's knee pads for like when I would like be doing the baseboard because my knees were hurting so much and my back was hurting from bending. So don't let people get over on you. And it's so different like when I clean now, I have like designated days, right? So Mondays, I do like all the bathrooms upstairs and then I'll do like my kids' laundry, right? Tuesdays, I'll do the bathrooms downstairs and I'll dust, right? But like it's different when you go to clean a whole house in one time frame. And I don't think people understand like the amount of work that takes. Can you tell us how to locate 1099 contractors for your account? So my favorite places are when I'm looking for contractors, I'm looking for where Jessica is marketing her services, right? I'm looking for where solo cleaners or team cleaners or smaller cleaning companies are actually marketing their services. So if they're marketing their services on Yelp, not Yelp, I'm sorry, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and Facebook groups, right? That's where I'll actually go and find my cleaners. Wherever they are marketing, that's where they're at, right? So I normally go to Craigslist, whatever area that I'm looking for cleaners, and I'll type in cleaning, house cleaning, maids, move out, right? And a list of them will pop up, and I'll just start reaching out to them. And when I reach out to them, though, I respect the fact that they are trying to operate as their own business. So I don't never use words as in like come work for me or work for me or I have jobs for you. It's always in a respect level of, hey, I'm looking to partner with reliable cleaners. Okay. And that's like my bait. And then when they respond back, then we have the conversation. And I just try to make it so respectful. Like I don't want them to assume or think that like I want them to come work for me, because being a 1099 contract, they're not working for me. I'm partnering with them and working with them. So that's normally where I find my contractors. I will start hiring next year. This is my second month. Yes. And also don't feel forced. I mean, don't feel forced to wait. Like there's no need to wait. I would say try to hire one now. Hire one person now, take the load off, because you can't run your business while working in it. You can't grow your business while working in it because you're so consumed with all the day-to-day tasks that you don't have time to figure out how can I grow my business? Where can I market my business? How can I look into the government contracts, or how can I get Airbnb contracts, or how can I do all the things and make this into a seven-figure business while working in it, because you just simply don't have the time. When I was cleaning out, I used to try to, juggle. I would have my ear pods, I could answer the calls, and I'm like, clean, like, yes, thank you so much for calling. Like, I can't get a lead like that. So check out, let me see if I can have, so if you go to like my channel, there's a link in there, because we're running this last 10-day campaign. It starts tomorrow. As of right now, you guys can get the course for as low as $97. The gold package comes with the course and all the partner training. So government contract, student turnover, Airbnb. There's another one I'm missing. Oh, commercial. I say commercial government contract, student turnover, Airbnb. Yes. So you can get all of those trainings and the VIP membership. So like right now, that's where I'm headed to right now, to go do a training with the VIP members. And we meet every other Tuesday. And that's $297. And then of course I have like my done for you package for those that's like, Jazz, I just need you to do all the things and set me up, babe, while I learn this so I can be good to go. But definitely go to my channel. If you check out one of my channels, like scroll down to the bottom, my link is in there. And all the information is in there. Let's see. I'll have a couple more to answer these. I would think that government contract would be more strict than Airbnb. It's more strict because they have all like the requirements, but the Airbnb, like the level of cleanliness that they're looking for is more strict. Like they all, they want their towels to be folded the right way, all the pins to be, like boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like that's the level that the Airbnb owners are looking like. I have like little specks on like they don't want no specks on the mirrors, no piece of hair on the toilet seat or hanging off the, like when I go to places, because I used to clean, I can spot like the craziest things. I'd be like, who cleaned this place? So that's the level that they're looking for. So that's why Airbnb is so strict. Let's see. What is a good pay split for contractors if you're currently outsourcing? Like, is it an agreed upon amount? Yes. So it is agreed upon amount, as in you let them know what you want to pay them and they agree or not. And then if they don't not agree, then you go to find somebody else. I want to let contractors predicate your prices based upon their desires. That just means that they are just not the right fit. And like it's really all up to you. You can do a 50-50 split. And most times it's a percentage split based upon the total job amount. So if the job is $300, they would get 150, you would get 150, right? Or you can do a 60-40 split. I even know some people that's doing a 70-30 split. So it's really all depends on you. I do a 50-50 split, but also my price points are nice. So they get paid really well. Like, I mean, they get paid extremely well. So I've never had a complaint from any of my cleaners that did a 50-50 split. But now if your prices are low and their portion of the 50% is low, they're gonna be like, shoot. Okay, let's see. I think that is it. Okay, I appreciate you guys so much. Jessica Love, reach out to me if you have any more questions. Anybody else, reach out to me if you have any more questions. This has been good. So October 7th is the day we're starting the next challenge, you guys. And today we start the next challenge, and that will end this this I don't want to say sale or whatever. The price points that they're currently at, it will be changing just because I've added so much more value to the course, and I'm adding even more. I'm gonna be adding, like I said, the bank claims, which means that you go into bank owned properties, so homes that are foreclosure. And you guys, what's about to happen, right? Houses are about to be going into foreclosure. So you will go and clean those foreclosed houses. So that those are bank clean houses, right? And then we're going to be doing post construction. So not only are houses going to be getting, goodness, repoed, but did I say repoed? Not only are houses going to be foreclosed, but houses are currently being built. So we're also going to bring somebody that's going to teach us about post construction cleanup, because that's a whole nother beast. If anybody has ever cleaned post construction dust and debris, that thing is a beast. I mean, we had a 12,000 square foot house in downtown Dallas, and we did a post construction cleanup, and it took us 48 hours to clean that house and all of the dust. It was the worst. I had a team of like 6 people in there. My husband came and helped after I checked up on them, and they were like taking so long. I'm like, what is going on? And I went to go help post construction cleanup, and that dust and debris is the worst, because when you sweep it or wipe it, like it goes up and you think you got it, but that dust is just going to fall like rain right back down. So yeah, so those classes are coming as well. But I appreciate you guys' time. I will see you guys later. Definitely please subscribe, like, share, and do all the things of all the things. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.